Okay, we're going to do a problem from a scanned image. So I go to my insert ribbon and attach the image. I'm going to do problem 2 here. We'll set it at 0, 0 and scale it manually anyway, so I'm just going to place it in there. I've also taken my UCS icon off, but looking at my coordinates, I can put my cursor pretty close to the coordinates and I can see down at the bottom here that I was at 0, 0. So I just want to scale this according to what it says. This is scanned at full scale from the book, but the book is at 1 inch is 10 feet. So I'm just going to go ahead and scale this accordingly. Like this is the base point. I'll use a reference line. I'll use this horizontal one as my reference line. So that. And I'll use a scale here to measure on the paper, which ends up being 41 feet. So I type that in, and now I can use my measure geometry, and I can see that this line is real close to 41 feet. So close enough. Now I can take a look at what the problem is here. We have a horizontal or a top view and a front view of two beams that appear to intersect. One's in front of the other in the horizontal plane, one's in front of the other in the frontal plane, and we have to decide which. So the basic way to do that is to, I'm going to use my cursor. I've set my cursor to 100% of the screen. I'm going to put it in the horizontal plane approximately where the intersection of those two beams would be. Then I'll follow the vertical line to the front view and look at which beam is actually closer to the horizontal plane. Looking at it in profile or in the front view where I can see elevation, I can see that this, angled beam in the front view is higher at that point of intersection. So looking in the top view, I ought to see, it would be, apparently it would be this C channel. It looks like it's a C channel. Then we'll take some measurements and actually do this in 3D so we can kind of see it better too. But definitely I would draw the C channel or this horizontal beam in the horizontal plane as solid lines, and I would draw the L channel as it looks like underneath it. So those would be hidden lines. In the frontal plane, I would do the same thing. I would look at where it intersects and go to the horizontal plane to look at what is closer to the frontal plane. And it looks like the C channel is in front of the L channel at this point of intersection in the front view. So that is what the question's asking. We have several assignments in which you need to do that. I want to extend this a little bit further by drawing these two pieces in 3D and kind of placing them in 3D, because I do have their coordinates here I can use for them. So taking some measurements, I'm going to go to my right side view. I'm going to draw the L channel and the C channel. So let's take a right side view. And there it is. And I'm going to go ahead and place them just behind the frontal plane, but I'll measure that and get them in the right place later. So first of all, the L channel measured to be 2.5 feet by 2.5 feet. I'm drawing them in inches, but the scale will come out later. And I'm going to use 1/2 foot just so I can see the hidden lines. And so there's my L channel profile, and we'll do a C channel profile here as well. It was 2.5 by 5. And close. Okay, orbiting around a little bit. You can see where I am in the, and we'll go ahead and measure these two pieces of channel. This one ended up being 37.5 feet long, and this one was 32.5 feet, according to my scale. Okay, I would like to move them right to the corner of the image, which puts it on the plane. Go ahead and do both of them that way. Should still be able to select them okay. All right. Then I can see that the L channel is actually in its true length in the top view, or in the horizontal plane, and the C channel is actually in its true length in the front view. So I'm going to place them. I'll be able to rotate. Let's just go ahead and do the C channel. I have it actually upside down here, so I'll go ahead and rotate that around. And if I pick the right place, it's still along that plane. Okay, so back to the front view, and I'll just deal with the C channel first. So there's the C channel. I'm just going to visually place it pretty much right there. And then I'll go ahead and rotate it. Nice rotation angle. It doesn't have to be super accurate, but that's pretty close. I'll go ahead and place the L channel. I'm going to put its right corner where I can see it. And then I'll go to the top view. I'm just going to have to measure this angle here. So let's do another measure with an angle. We'll use the vertex here. I just want to measure that angle right at the corner with the horizontal. So let's use 28 degrees. So that's in the top view, right? So I'm going to pick up that L channel in the top view. That would be this guy, and I'm going to rotate it. Clockwise is negative, so negative 28 degrees. There it is. Okay. So now I have these two pieces oriented by the front view. That's not a good look at it, but oriented in the front view and also in the top view, just not positioned in the top view because both of them are still resting along the edge of that plane. So all I have to do is measure, go back to the front view and measure their distance from the reference line, and then I should be able to move them. So I'll measure the geometry again, and I'll use the distance from this corner to the line. So I'll call that 10.35. And I'll get this corner where I had put it before to the center of that line, 6.64. Okay. So I'm going to move this L channel, if I can remember my numbers, 6.64 in the Z direction. Likewise, I'm going to move this one 10.4 or 10.35 in the Z direction. Okay, so I've drawn the parts, and I really have no more use for the image, but just to see, go to the front view, and they're still in position here. Maybe this could be moved slightly better into position. There. Okay. Now, going to my layout view, I can simply just import that model into view, and I can see, all three views. Here's just a bonus view there, but in the top view, like we talked about, we have the C channel above the L channel, and in the front view, we have the, C channel in front of the L channel again. And I think that's what we said before. By looking at the intersection, we can see that the C channel is closer to the frontal plane, so it ought to be in front of the L channel in the front view. And likewise, the C channel again is closer to the horizontal plane, and therefore it is not shown in hidden lines except for the edges that are hidden. So that's how I would accomplish those assignments. However, it would be probably a lot simpler just to fill in the lines with some hidden lines or whatever, but it was fun to do it in 3D. All right, thank you.